introduce you. I had a video on the LUNAR CLUBMAN SI. So at the start, at the top of, front of the van, you have your Alco hitch and stabiliser. So handle up, black handle up as well, like so, in that position. Then toe ball in, lock it into place using the Alco stabiliser until you see the green pin to so it's locked into place, like so. Then to release, lift up the handle like so. Breakaway cable, handbrake, jockey wheel handle, gas locker, 2 spaces, 2 6kg propane gas bottles, bulkhead regulator, 13 pin plug which does your exterior lights, 12 volts of the fridge if your car is wired up correctly, and your ATC which will either go flashing or solid green light to show that it is working. Go around the van, you'll see all this exterior lights working. You have your flue for your Audi boiler. We have your water inlet for your whale pump, which slots into the aqua roll like so. Trigger in, slots up, trigger out, locker lid down. Your battery locker where you have your 240 mains inlet, your isolation key for your motor mover, your battery tray and battery strap for your 110 amp battery with live and neutral terminals. Your 2 waste outlets where the waste water will go. Then we have your filler point for your toilet flush, which then you can use to flush and obviously empty into cassette, which you can take out when full. See the lights working. Now inside the van. When you walk into the van, just above the door you have your main control panel where you have your master switch on, lights button there, obviously which you can turn on the lights individually as well, awning light which is on the outside, and your water pump. Before you press the water pump, you want to make sure that your drain off valve down there is facing down in a horizontal position, then you can run water through. So you press the pump button like so, it starts to run the pump. And obviously what you want to do is just get all the air out of the system in the kitchen, sink and the shower. Once all the air is through, the pump will be calibrated, and obviously the pump will turn on and off when using and not using. As you can see, when the pump is running, LED will go to red, and then when it's shut off, it will turn off. Also here you have your volts meter here, so how much power you've got in your battery. Like so. Then below me here we have your Audi control panel, so here you can have on or off, like so. Once on, settings to turn your internal temperature to a temperature that you want internally, water heater on or off, gas on or off, 1 or 2 kilowatt. Here you have your circular icon here, that is basically a circulation icon to show that it's circulating around the van. And obviously your mains to indicate you have mains to the van. Once not using, just go to the on and then turn to the off to shut off the boiler. Also down here we have your main consumer unit where you have your main RCD to shut down the system, and then we have your 3 MCBs and 12 volt fuses. When on 240 they recommend you just test the RCD just to make sure it is tripping correctly. Over here we have your Thetford fridge where you press the power button like so. You have 3 settings. You have 12 volt, which obviously when connected to the car, if your car is wired up correctly, it will just maintain that temperature already in the fridge. Gas, it will start to tick. Once lit, this light here will stay solid blue. If not, it will begin to flash like so. And obviously then when you've got 240 in the van, set it onto that, and obviously your fridge will run off 240. And to turn off, just hold the power button like so. Here is your Thetford oven where you have an electrical oven on top. Obviously once running, LED will go red. Then obviously for the hobs and the grill and the oven, you just push in while pressing the igniter button. As you can see, all 3 hobs are lit. The grill is lit and the oven is lit. And to turn off, just turn them individually back to the off setting. And obviously make sure everything's cooled down before you shut the lids. Your toilet in your bathroom, you have your Thetford toilet flush, where when ready to flush, you'll press the button like so. Obviously that will flush all the chemical and water into the toilet. Then you have your little lever down here. You push away from your back to open the trap door into the toilet to set. Before we demonstrate your motor mover, you have a winterisation sheet of a demonstration how to correctly winterise your caravan, obviously to prevent any frost damaging happening to the van, because frost damage isn't covered by our warranty, as you will see here in our warranty cover form, what we do cover, what we don't. And obviously at the bottom in bold it does state that it is a back to base warranty, so the van will have to come back to us for any warranty repairs. On this van you have a power touch auto engage. So first all you want to do is just get the switch, put it into the key into the isolation switch, like so, turn clockwise. Then you want to press these two power buttons either side, let it sync up. Then on the handset, you press the centre button. I'll put it down right here. So you hold the centre button and that button there. Start pairing the mover, which starts to engage to the tyre while going through its cycle. You have to let it complete its full cycle, otherwise it can confuse the motors and obviously errors can begin obviously to appear. Let it just go through its last little sequence. You'll hear its last cycle, like so. Now you're ready to move the mover, so you take the handbrake off, then bring forward, backwards, front, as you can see, like that, and then backwards, and then the other way. Then when it's finished, always apply the handbrake, then press the centre and the opposite side. Obviously same thing again, have to let it complete its cycle. But as you can see, the motors on both sides start to disengage from the wheel, and then just let it finish its cycle like so. Now you can disengage the mover. For any further information, you have your booklet in the van here with further information about the van. You also have this tool here, it's for your auto motor mover, just in case your rollers or anything stops the rollers engaging. This is to manually disengage the mover.